Hey, all right. This is the first day I actually am going to start framing up walls. We got everything cleaned out. So now I have a ton of space to put that there. And I'm doing my first wall here, and we're gonna time lapse that, and then you're gonna slowly start to see this get built. Check this out. Okay, you get to see me make my first wall. It's two 14-foot 2x4s with 5 8-foot supports in the middle. It was nice and strong, and I needed to make sure that it would be the first wall that needed to be braced up to that brick wall there and be good to go. That way, it is the main support for the whole haunted house. Let's make this strong. What's up, YouTube? All right, this time, love the headband, right? Trying to keep that sweat out of my face. We have framing today. So I started off with this wall here, and we are going to have an entrance right here, and then we're gonna frame more out. So I wanna hopefully get a nice time lapse today of us building like some really, really nice walls and get this going. We're talking 8 feet. So this is gonna be enclosing everybody, and this is gonna be a super creepy haunted house. I can't wait. It's gonna be a big one. I got Roman helping me today, so I actually am not just doing everything by myself. Look at that. He's got tools and everything ready to go. So we'll see you soon. Watch the time lapse. This is gonna be fun. Okay, round 2. I'm finally getting these walls up, and I'm so excited because I've been waiting for this point. I'm connecting these 2 walls, and then we start to move forward to doing another extension on that wall. Roman's helping me out big time on this one. It was nice to see him. I didn't see much of him after that, but today was a good one. I hope you're enjoying all the music that I'm getting from Soundstripe. I'm trying to play with some of the tunes so it's not just basic while I'm doing these videos. There's a friend, Will, that stopped by, and we have some pictures of what I had done. What you think? All right, everybody. We're gonna do a forward pan of what I've framed so far. Doorway, hallway. Over here, I believe, is gonna be the living room. That's what I'm thinking. You come through here, inside all of this interior. I'm gonna try to get rid of that. That's the fire pit, but I'm just framing around it currently right now. Everything's about 8 foot high. And then we got a long wall going there. 3 sections of about 8 foot. So currently right now it's about 24 feet to going over to there. So this, I think, added up 14, 12, plus another 8 to 10. I think it is almost 40 feet to here, and currently about 24 or so that way. And then it's gonna go all the way and attach to the Zen garden. And then all of the haunted house will be inside here, going all the way back. You can see a little bit of my prisoner's cage, like I just started it. So it will have fun lighting. It will have a scare actor in there. Here, prisoner's cage. Woohoo! And then still going to clean out all of this area. We got bulk trash coming, and these, all the composting, everything, because this still is a garden. All the garden is over there. We're gonna try to clean up this area next. Bulk trash is coming. I want to get rid of a lot of those items, take it over there, move any of this composting and put it back. And then I will have this whole area for the haunted house, and then the shed. I haven't done much with the shed recently, but it's coming along. And once we're done with it, using it for the haunted house, then we'll actually use it as a shed for doing workshop stuff. Anything that we can work on in the garden. So multifunctional. Hey guys, today I'm going to be tilling the ground. Tilling is a machine that cuts up through the ground, and I'm going to try to make it as level as possible, because I started to realize once we cleared out all the area back here, there's just a lot of hills and things like that. And if I'm trying to create a surface that people can walk on, I don't need people tripping and falling in holes or rolling their ankles. I'm definitely going to have like a waiver, but I want to make this about as safe as I possibly can. So I rented a nice big tilling machine, and I'm going to time lapse all the area that I'm going to try to just grade up. Now this thing right here, it's a fire pit, and it's been there for a while. I'm trying to get it to where the fire pit is going to be over here now, and make a whole new stone one or whatever. But that thing, man, it is embedded in the ground. It's rusted. It doesn't have a lot of rigidity. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. If I need to keep it in there, if I can't get it out, I'll make it part of the haunted house. But it's kind of in the way of something that I wanted to do, and that is start here in the living room, cross over into hallways here, and that's kind of right in the middle of where I wanted to do some pathways. Now, obviously, when laying this thing out, I can direct the traffic any way I want, but I don't want it to be in the way of either the scare actors or the people walking around. It might just need to be like a display. And I had a fire pit in my last one, and we had fingers and toes and feet and stuff like that on the barbecue grill. So I might be doing that again, just to kind of incorporate it if I can't get that thing up. So we'll see. Watch this. See how you like the time lapse? And then from there, I'm going on my way to get some more wood. I'm gonna start putting up, I won't be able to film inside from this far, because I'm gonna start putting up walls. So then you're gonna really start to see things happen. I'd love to put a front facade on this. It just depends on how much time I have and how much money that would cost to do a foam facade to where it looks like planks of wood. It might look like shiplap or something like that. That'd be really cool for this front part, to make it look like an old house, because I want it to be called the Shedman's Farm. So Shedman Farms, with the little front word of shed, so it'll say the Shedman's Farm, and then the shed will be lit up, because the name of the haunted house is called The Shed. We got right here, I've already cleared out, I did all the video from last video, I did all the tilling. Now I'm gonna like lay some floor down, I'm gonna start to do walls, and I'm starting to map out turns and rooms, and then you guys will be able to watch the progression go from there. So this is gonna be kind of fun. It rained all last night here in Arizona, and that doesn't normally happen. So it's super humid today. I'm sweaty, I'm already hot, but at least there's no sun beating down on me today. So we got this. You're gonna start to see in a time lapse, I'm gonna frame up 10 feet, then I'm gonna start to go here. This wall here, so I'm gonna add in an extra 5 feet, I realized. So that 5 feet will give consider this to be like the living room. And that's gonna be the first entrance that everybody comes in. We're gonna give you the rundown on the story, and then turn you and start to scare you. And I was kind of doing like a small little walkthrough of everything, and like just like how many turns, or do I want to do this, and do I want to have a room? And I got a lot of work. There is a lot of room here that I can do some fun stuff. And you're making hallways 3 to 4 feet. The 3 will get the people a little bit more claustrophobic. 4, you can fit more people in, and that 4 foot is at the beginning. 4 foot, we put you in the living room, everything's bigger and stuff like that. And then 4 foot, I'm gonna do a pathway and a hallway and a turn. And then all of a sudden, it's gonna start to get skinnier. And then I'm gonna start to guide you outside what we're considering. And the outside stuff, I'm looking at it going like, man, I could do a lot here. So the prisoner cage, and I'm gonna do a bridge. I found this massive pallet. You can actually see it right there. And I'm gonna make that like a bridge. So with handles and stuff like that, you walk across and it's gonna be right next to the wall. So I'm gonna put a 3-foot walk-through wall all up along this newly put brick wall. So the owners of the property next door just put up this massive brick wall, and that's gonna be a perfect guide for me. So I'm gonna do 2.5, 3 feet for all of my scares to start from the living room all the way back to what you can kind of see is the tree and the shed back there, and they're gonna have complete access there. So when you get to this point here and you get over to that bridge, I'm gonna have something to where they could just go blah, or grab you or whatever, and they're gonna have access to all that scaring. So it's gonna start from this point here, boom, have all that backwards access to get through the whole property. So you're gonna be able to go around the whole thing through the back way. And then in here, you can't see it, but here where I have the fire pit, I'm gonna try to get rid of that today. That's right in the middle in the area, because right here in this little domain, I'm gonna have one scarer with a potential to maybe scare somebody 3 different times. So a bank turn, going straight to them, you'll see something. I have this idea with the door. And then you're gonna turn again, and it's gonna give that person a prep and get ready, and then you come and you face it again. And then I feel like I'm gonna have a drop panel, hopefully. And then a turn into what I'm hoping I can do, the creepy doll room. You go through there, and then once you come back out, there will be an opportunity for that person to do another scare. So I've been, researching a lot of that stuff, and they're saying that for the scare actors, they don't want to be kind of sedentary and set in one spot. They want to be able to do all kinds of at least 2 scares per person, right? If you're going to be a scare actor, you want 2 opportunities to scare. And I've seen some really cool stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to follow that they have opportunities to run around and go to different areas and scare people while the haunted house itself is creepy. So I'm gonna do hallways, long hallways. So, I'm looking at tickle feelers, all those things and stuff like that. So all kinds of different things, texture, lighting, atmosphere, and I'm trying to stick with a theme. So, all right, sorry. I ramble and I talk a lot, so I apologize. Watch the time lapse of me starting to put up some walls and start to figure out how this haunted house is gonna go. See you soon, Master from Master of None. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, the time lapse I stopped because Jenna came over and we were discussing stuff about the property. So I got more done here. I got that done there. I think those were in the actual time lapse. But this is what I wanted to show you also. This is gonna be the entryway here. And I'm gonna have a small wall here. So you walk in and you're gonna turn into the living room. So this is gonna be the first setup. And I got these sheets of plywood from my friend Cicely's house, and I figured out a really cool way to have them not move too much. And that's putting a small board underneath it, drilling it down, and then I'm gonna slap the other board on top and drill that down, and I know where the markings are because I put a marker pencil. So I thought that was kind of a cool idea. If you're doing certain things like this, an outside flooring, these panels don't have to look good. Probably put a rug on them or whatever. But I want these first couple of rooms, whenever you go into a room, I want them to have flooring. And then once you get out of here and we start to go this way, then I want the ground. Obviously, I set up that cool little bridge like I was talking about before. There is the prisoner's cage over there. And then the shed, but there's gonna be a lot of twists and turns before you even get to the shed. So just a little quick info. I thought that'd be kind of cool. Some extra sheets, stuff that I'm finding in bulk trash now. This is new. That's gonna be in the doll room, and it's gonna have messed up dolls on display. So it'll be fun. Coming along. Progress. I got rid of the fire pit and I did some more panels for the living room. Now, all I gotta do is make a couple more cuts and we got the living room. This is one of the main reasons that I had done the whole tilling, because the ground was really uneven all the way over through here. But now that I got this done, this pathway will go through here, and then all this stuff is easy to deal with. So that's great. I don't have to do much more than just frame out. I found 2 really nice pallets next door. They're building some stuff over there, those guys. And I'm gonna make a deck right there. So that's gonna have like an old lady on it. That's coming. I'm gonna put her on a chair, and then I'm gonna douse her up to make her super spooky. And then these fence panels, I'm so excited for that. So all this stuff is coming up next. So I think I'm gonna start doing the shed next. Everything's looking good. Just wanted to give you an update. Booyah. Good morning. Today, we're gonna work on the shed. We need to get this going. This is the focal point of the whole haunted house. So today I'm gonna put up a couple of these I-beams to hold the fence in place. And we're gonna put some panels up. I wanna do some sheeting around it. And then I'll be making the facade, and then it'll really start to turn into a shed. So here we go. What's up, YouTube? It's Monday, 24th of September, and I forgot to film anything yesterday, and I did a lot. So I'm gonna go through and kind of show you what I got going on. And so first of all, if you see behind me, I now have sheeting on the project. So I put sheeting up. It'll look really cool when I go from the front too. Then I had a whole bunch of like organic material over here from tilling all the dirt that you saw the video of. And now all that's gone, so I can place, you know, just some flooring, because I only wanted to do flooring kind of like in what you would consider the house part. And then everything over here and all this stuff is gonna be like the yard. So we're gonna have that all going. Next, I have pathways. So all this framing, I'll probably just switch it around. Hold on. I'll show you the rest in just a second. Let me switch around the camera. Okay, here's a better look at what's got going on. So if you notice, this is considered the living room. And then we are gonna send you out to this first entrance here. You can pay attention by the way I have it framed. So the living room, and then you come through this pathway here. You're gonna have a bank turn, and then you're gonna come this way to where I am, and then I'm going to frame out the wall right now, and there's gonna be a long pathway to right here. And that first one is gonna be your first real scare actor. And there's gonna be a white door, that one that I found in bulk trash that I showed you guys. Then, because this will all be framed today, maybe I'll do a time lapse of me framing it all. Then we're gonna turn, go here, come back right here, and then right here is where we're gonna do the drop panel. Come back out, and then this is gonna be a room. I think it's gonna be the creepy doll room, and you'll have to be let out here. And then here's gonna be another room, and then I'm going to do 3 rooms, 1, 2, 3, and end you up on the bridge. Each one you're gonna have to diagonally cross the room, so you have to go through the weird stuff. Then we're gonna come around here somehow, and all of the Zen garden is gonna be wrapped in the plastic sheeting. And let's go look at also all the fencing that I got done. We got prisoner's cage, all the fencing I put up. We got the shed. I'm gonna be putting the front facade here soon. I only have until next Saturday, so I only got like 12 days, but I'm knocking stuff out pretty fast. So we got the fencing here. I want some sort of, you know, access for scare actors. We got the actual shed, and then one of the panels here. That's just so I can access back there. I'm thinking of putting a hinge on one of these so you could pop open and scare people. So this needs to still be framed and cleaned out and boxed up. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I'll figure it out. But it's all coming along, and I got a real good idea of what I wanna do here. So I'm gonna have to move the compost bins, gonna move all that Palo Verde that I cut down, and just push this stuff back. Still composting and things like that, but we'll get it.